I just want to get wet in 2021. That is my main goal. I want 2021 to make me moist.
How to train your Gavin. Read those books in a blink. Oh yeah. Grab yourself a hot drink cause you're watching How to Train Your Gavin.
Yep, that's me.
Hey guys, welcome back to How to Train Your Gavin. Today I'm wearing Christmas pajamas, but also today I want to go through my 2021 goals for reading and my channel. I don't know why I struggled with that there. 2021 reading and channel goals, and I did a sort of like a 2019 wrap up and 2020 goals around about this time last year. And what's really funny is that was the first video I posted under my new channel name, which at the time was How to Train Your Gavin, and I'm still keeping that name in 2021. I still can't wrap my head around the fact that we're in 2021 now. So I was going to watch my 2020 goals video and react to it live and say what I failed at and what I achieved after that video. Literally filmed some of it, and then I got halfway through and I was like, I'm bored. So instead I wrote a list down of what I said in that 2020 goals video, and I'll just quickly list those off before I get into my 2021 goals. For 2020, my goals were to read 80 books, and that was so that I could spend more time doing other things because I had read over 100 books in 2019, and for 2020 I wanted more time to go out in the fresh air. I wanted more time to do what I enjoy doing outside of BookTube, like playing video games, all of that jazz. And I ended up reading 210 books in 2020. Now obviously I couldn't predict that COVID would hit or anything like that, so back when I did that video I was thinking, oh, I'm going to be going out more, I'm going to be traveling more, because another goal was to meet more of my BookTube friends, and I was going to like do lots of traveling during the year. I only did that like twice in 2020, and that was before the very first lockdown in the UK in March. So I met up with Jade at the very start of February for Believathon, and then I met up with Becca and Ashlee to film a music video a couple of weeks after that. And then the next month lockdown hit, and I haven't seen a single booktuber since, so that goal kind of went down the toilet. However, I did manage to meet 3 of my booktube besties in real life in 2020, so I'm counting that as a win. Another goal was to finish a series that I'd started, and honestly I've definitely failed that one as well. I have been reading A Series of Unfortunate Events since April 2019, and it is now January 2021, and I still have the last 3 books to read. Like, it isn't even that big a series. It's a middle grade series. It's 13 books long, but it's still quite a quick series to get through, and it's taken me nearly 2 years to read it. I've still only read the first 2 Percy Jackson books. I started reading those in, I think, March 2020. So I'm terrible at finishing series, and that was one of my 2020 goals, was to focus on finishing series, and I didn't do that whatsoever. So I also said read a Stephen King book a month. Definitely didn't do that either. In fact, I'm kind of like not forcing myself to read Stephen King books. Most of them intimidate me anyway, and I think I only read about 3 Stephen King books last year. But I did get gifted quite a few Stephen King books in 2019, and I still want to prioritize them because they were gifted to me, so I will still try and get through them all, just not as a priority in 2021. Funnily enough, one of my 2020 goals was to read more middle grade, and I definitely achieved that. I read over like 120 middle grades in 2020, and yeah, that was something that I can say that I definitely did. I also wanted to read more sci-fi, and I think I might have read a bit more sci-fi than I usually do, but that really wasn't a priority after maybe the first month of 2020. I also wanted to spreadsheet more, which is something that I've been definitely doing a lot of in 2020 and 2021. I have a mashup of A Book Roast's co-pile system spreadsheet with Ali's spreadsheet and Ali from Hardback Order. They both have incredible spreadsheets, and I kind of mash them together. So I do use their spreadsheet, so that is a goal that I achieved in 2020. I also wanted to keep on top of ARCs, and quite honestly I didn't. I kept, whenever I got approached for an ARC, I would just say yes automatically because why not? And I realised that was just like, I shouldn't do that, because while I did read a lot of the ARCs before they came out, especially the middle grade ARCs, I just couldn't do that with all of them, especially at the rate I was saying yes to. So that was kind of a yes, kind of a no for 2020. And then the last one was don't stress or put pressure on myself, less readathons and less book clubs, which I kind of did. I I still put pressure on myself, but I definitely participated in less readathons and less book clubs than I did in 2019. So overall, I don't think I did that bad for my 2020 goals. Now for my 2021 goals, I do have a list. I wasn't going to do a list. I wasn't even going to do a video of this either, but I am a bit of a bandwagon bitch. I saw everybody doing this, so I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it too. So firstly, my reading goal is 100 books this year for 2021. It's definitely achievable. As I said, I do want to spend more time not reading and doing other things I love. However, 100 is definitely achievable and a huge step down from 2020. So yeah, please hold me accountable for that. I mean, it's fine to go over that, but I don't want to be ridiculous. Like, I was reading, I think I read 31 books in August, and I just couldn't retain any information about half of those books after I'd read them. I was just going from book to book to book and not spending enough time with each one. So then I didn't have an opinion for most of them. I was like, okay, I read it, I remember what happened, but I just don't have an opinion. Like, I don't have any feelings for this book, and I need to stop doing that. I need to take a step back, not read as much, and spend more time with what I'm reading so that I can form thoughts on them, so I can form an emotion attached to them, I guess. I'm going to slow down in 2021, hopefully. Next, a bit more controversial, I want to read more adult books and less middle grade books. I did read about 120 middle grade books, so when I say like less middle grade books, I don't mean like, you know, like 20 middle grade books and that's it. Like, I still want to focus on middle grade a lot. Maybe not as much as I did in 2020. I definitely want to branch out more into adult and young adult and, you know, grow up a little bit. But at the same time, I'm still holding on to my love and passion for middle grade. But I just want to take a little step back from it as well. I probably have drowned myself in it a bit. I've kind of fallen out of love with the children's book community online. So I won't be posting like reviews and things on my Twitter anymore. And I won't be like tagging authors in things anymore as well. I mean, positive things, of course. I mean, I will still be, you know, promoting my videos and stuff on Twitter, like, and sharing my personal life and all of that on Twitter as well. But just like in terms of middle grade, I'm not going to be posting reviews on Twitter. I'm not going to be as, I don't know, I was probably too forceful on Twitter with middle grade, so I'm taking a huge step back from that community online. I have kind of like 3 book genres that I really want to prioritize in 2021 as well. I really want to prioritize literary fiction. I have been really enjoying some of the adult literary fiction that I read in 2020, and I have a couple on my January TBR that I'm really excited to read. So I do want to read a little bit more literary. I do want to try and feel a little bit smarter. I'm just really excited to see what it has to offer, and if I don't end up liking it, that's fine. I will change my goals for 2022. But I think for this year, I genuinely do want to read more literary. I also really want to read more romance. Do you know how dry I am down here? Like, seriously, this is a dry, cavernous cavern, and I need romance books to get me off these days. So I have read a couple of romance books last year. They weren't the best, but I wasn't really looking for the best. I was just looking for steamy and very, very smutty. Not the kind of romances that a lot of booktubers read. I want to watch a lot of booktubers romance recommendations videos and pick them up and try them out for myself, and I do enjoy them, and I don't even feel bad for admitting that. I do enjoy them. So I want to discover like a 5-star romance read, because yeah, oh god, I just want to get wet in 2021. That is my main goal. I want 2021 to make me moist. Thrillers as well. I really want to read more thrillers. I mean, I read like kind of one, like Verity by Colleen Hoover in 2020, and really enjoyed the reading experience. It wasn't the best book I read, but I enjoyed the reading experience. I want to be thrilled, and I don't know why, but I felt a little bit scared of reading thrillers, but I have seen a lot of people speak so favourably of thrillers online, and I'm just missing out. I am missing out, so I really want to prioritise thrillers too. So yeah, I mean, I might get scared a lot, so you guys might have to hold me. I think I will enjoy a lot of thrillers. I want to join some thriller book clubs and see what people are reading currently and what's out there, what's popular, what's not popular, you know. I just really need to branch out in 2021. I feel like I'm getting a little bit stale with what I like to read, and I get a little bit bored when I'm tasting the same kind of thing too much. So yeah, I just want to branch out a little bit so that when I return to my roots, I will appreciate it a bit more and love it again. So yeah, I really want to read more diversely as well, and I did make a conscious effort last year to do so, but I don't really keep, like, on the spreadsheet that I had for 2020, I didn't really keep track of any kind of diverse books that I was reading, just really like author stats, and it was about 35% POC authors, and we need to do better in 2021, so I'm definitely going to prioritise reading a lot more diversity and making a conscious effort that every single TBR video that I do, I have content in there that is diverse, so not just from Black authors, but also from Asian authors, or from disabled authors, or LGBTQ plus authors, non-binary authors. There's just so much out there, and I need to, it's easily accessible, it is, it's not like it's, you know, really hard to find. I just need to make that conscious leap. So we're gonna get that 35% from 2020 up to 50, at least 50 or more. 50 or more percent. Buy less books. I'm terrible for buying books, and I had my wish list open for a good chunk of the year in 2020. I think I closed it in May after my birthday, and I got so much sent to me, like, thank you so much, I am so appreciative. But you saw my own TBR, right? It's 538 books long, so I am not buying as much books in 2021. I'm not going to open my wish list, maybe for my birthday for like a day, and that's it. But I just need to focus on what I already own. But that is definitely something that I need to reflect on myself and make sure that I'm not doing as much. It's very easy when I have discount, and it's very easy when there's a really pretty book that I'm like, oh my god, I need it, it's a special edition, and I get them for maybe a book that I'm really not that interested in reading, but I just want it because it's so beautiful. I'm stopping that in 2021. Even if it's a special edition, even if it's limited, I don't care. If I don't 100% want it, then I'm not getting it. There are a lot of books that are coming out that I'm really excited for, and it will be hard, but I'm going to try and prioritize which ones I buy, because I might not even have to buy them. I can, you know, use Scribd or Libby, or I can't really use the library at the minute because my library's been closed since March, but hopefully if it reopens, I'll be able to use my library more. That is a 2021 goal. So hopefully when the lockdown is lifted, my library can reopen and I can use it. I can use it. As I mentioned before, I definitely failed at finishing series in 2020, so I'm making it a priority again to finish series in 2021. So for my channel goals, I had pretty much the exact same channel goals I had from 2020. And firstly, I don't have a subscriber goal. I didn't then, I don't now. As I said in my 2020 video, I think if I put a number to it and I underachieve, then I'll feel shit about it. But if I overachieve, I'll feel like an imposter. So I'm not even going to put a number on it. And another goal from last year was to put out videos that I enjoy making, not just like the standard videos that I feel obliged to make, but to actually prioritize the videos that I love doing. And I definitely did that in 2020 because I stopped doing weekly reading vlogs and started doing more themed reading vlogs, and I definitely still enjoy doing them. I like doing like a little special reading vlog every now and then. I just did a Nutcracker reading vlog, which honestly I loved. It was so much fun, and there wasn't that pressure of having to make it wholly entertaining from a week's worth of reading this, that and the other. I like to condense it a little bit. So I definitely will continue that goal in 2021. Hopefully maybe 1 or 2 a month, and that's it. Like, the pressure of reading vlogs are intense, so I'm gonna limit it to 1 or 2 reading vlogs a month. I also stopped doing wrap-ups, and that was again when I mentioned the reading 31 books in August, and I just didn't really have an opinion on half of them. It mainly stemmed from that. I was sitting down filming my August wrap-up, and I got to one of the books and I was like, I don't feel anything. I don't know what to say about this because I don't feel anything. And it was at that moment when I realised I'd fucked up. It was at that moment when I realised doing monthly wrap-ups just weren't for me, and reading that many books in 1 month is not for me either. So I think I read 8 books in December, and honestly I loved it, and I have an opinion on all of them as well, but I won't do a December wrap-up. I might start doing a recent favourites video like every now and then. I believe Kayla from Books and Lala does that, and I think other booktubers do that as well. But I just really want to make sure that I really give attention to the books that I'm reading, and doing a monthly wrap up, it made me feel pressure to finish that book in that month, and I kind of want to branch it out a little bit more. Like, if I don't finish my entire TBR in that month, I can still carry it over. But doing monthly wrap-ups, I felt like I had to finish it that month. Yeah, those were gone, and I might do recent favourites. I also want to stop doing costumed unboxings. And I only ever did that with OwlCrate Jr. I mean, I don't know if they still want to work with me after this announcement. There's a lot of pressure of dressing up, buying the costumes that I'd only wear the once. I mean, saying that though, I'm sure I can find multiple uses for those costumes that I've got. Like, I'm glad I got half of them because they're just so funny. It was just a waste of money in the long run to keep getting costumes for them. It was a lot of pressure again, and yeah, after a little while I started to get a little bit bored of doing them. But now I'm just like, looking ahead, I kind of want to do less unboxings. I want to just focus on the main ones, and I don't want to dress up for them. I will dress up in like reading vlogs every now and then just to keep you on your toes, so you won't know when it's coming. So costumes will not stop, period. But I do want to stop costumed unboxings. Also, I don't want to be as intense with readathons, and not just the ones I participate in, I mean like the one that I host, and that's Believathon. So I did 2 rounds of it in 2020, and honestly, like, I think from 4 days after my Believathon 3 announcement video went up, I lost my family pet Oscar. Honestly, the last like 3 months of 2020 after that was just, like, I can't even, But then I had to put up with having to do a Believathon in November because I'd already announced it. And if I'd had my way, I just wouldn't have done it in November at all. And I just would have delayed it. I would have postponed it. But I mean, a lot of work went into Believathon 3, but you know, I wasn't feeling it at all. So I'm only doing 1 round of it in 2021, and that's going to be in November. I don't know if I will do more next year or anything like that, but I am going to not be as intense. Like, I made a bloody website. What was the point? Like, I've deleted the GoDaddy domain name and cancelled the renewal on that, so like the website will be no more, because I don't know why, but I just felt like I have to be really intense with this. I have to make so much things for it, like shove it in everyone's faces so that they will take part, you know. I mean, I don't know why I did that. But like, I thought that going over the top meant it would be more fun. No. So it was no fun for me. So I want to make it more fun for myself this year. So I'm not going to be crazy. I'm not even going to do a page count tally. Like, I'm so proud we hit 1 million pages read for Believathon 3. Like, I'm so proud of that. I feel like I put a lot of pressure on people taking part in the readathon as well. Like, I don't want people to feel pressure into taking part in Believathon. I want it to be a really fun little thing that you can do on the side, or, you know, just so that you can read more middle grade and things. I think with Believathon 4, that'll be coming up. It just won't be as intense. I do still want to make it fun. I have an idea for it. I do. It's a really fun idea. I'm really excited for it, but I'm not going to be as intense. And I apologise if I came across as really intense for Believathon 3. I was just really proud of it and really excited for it to happen, and I just love that announcement video so much. I want to make Believathon fun again, is what I'm trying to say. It might be the last one. We could go out on a high and then continue on to new things after 2021, but who knows what the future will bring. I also need to learn to say no. So that is, you know, receiving things. Like, honestly, again, a lot of people are so generous, and a lot of publishers are generous and publicists are generous, and they want me to do things and they want me to accept things. And the pressure on that as well is just so much. And a lot of people were doing it by the end of last year as well. And because I left 2020 in a bit of a dark place, it got way too much for me. So I need to take a step back and just say no. I don't want to do it. I don't want to read it. I just want to not put all of that pressure on myself again, because it's not healthy. It's not good for me. I spread myself way too thin, and I am too much of a people pleaser. I don't want anyone to think I'm ignorant or that I'm rude. I can't keep saying yes. I reach a point, and a lot of my booktube besties have seen this in me for a long time. Like, stop saying yes, you need to learn to say no. But I couldn't. But 2021, I'm manifesting that. I'm manifesting the word no. I also want to try and be better at Instagram. Like, seriously, like, I love Instagram so much. It's such a positive and nice and uplifting place. And I love when I can put on a photo and everyone's just like, you know, not even just all like the books stuff that I post, but like my personal stuff and my personal life on my Instagram. People are just so positive and so nice and just so uplifting, and I love that. So thank you so much. And I'm meeting so many more new people from Instagram as well, so I want to spend a bit more time on Instagram. And yeah, hopefully I will see you guys there as well. I'll leave the link in the description box. Also, I just want that damn swipe up feature on my stories, man. I don't think there are any more goals. I probably will think of them. It's mainly just me taking a step back But I still want to post at least like 2 times a week, maybe 3 times a week. And I still want to like give you guys like some really good content. I still want to make you guys laugh. Like that is my main goal. That's why I started BookTube. I want to make you guys laugh. I want to help you guys escape the world for like 20 minutes a day, or you know what I mean? So I want to continue doing that. I want to continue making you guys laugh. So that is my main priority. But the only way I can make you guys happy is if I am happy. So again, mental health comes first. And if I find that I'm getting way too flustered, yeah, that's the right word, or if things are starting to overwhelm me again, then I will be really honest about that. And I will say, look, I need a break. I'm going to take a step back, and I hope you guys can appreciate and respect that. And I know you guys will. I know you guys will. You guys have always been so supportive during the highs and the lows. Like, thank you so much. But yeah, mental health comes first in 2021, always. But I still love making BookTube videos. I still love talking to you guys. So I am still going to be doing all of that, and I have no plans to step away from it at all. I don't think there's anything else, and that means I can leave this video hopefully on a high. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment, let me know what your 2021 goals are, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.